What's up, guys? Jar here, back with another video. Basically, in this video, I'll be breaking down the exact design that blew up my clothing brand and kind of how you guys can blow up your clothing brand too. Basically, screenshot, Shopify, boom, screenshot, TikTok, boom, screenshot, Instagram, boom. Yeah, so this is my brand, Angelic, formerly known as Angelic Motion. This is me in a tub of orders. You feel what I'm saying? Just balling, all right? And yeah, basically, let's get straight to it, right? So at the end of the day, product can make and break your brand, right? Make or break your brand. And really, where it really comes down to is execution and timing, right? So when it comes to my winning product criteria, right? Number one, it has to have a high TAM. TAM simply means total addressable market, right? So it has to appeal to a lot of people, right? Because you can create a product that's cool or unique or niche, but at the end of the day, if it doesn't appeal to a lot of people, then you can't sell it to a lot of people. And if you can't sell it to a lot of people, then you can't make a lot of money. You know what I mean? So it's really that simple. And a good example of this is Simply Comfort. So this was a clothing brand that started back in 2022. And essentially they just created, simple, hoodies and things like that. Nothing crazy unique, right? Just had the right execution and timing, right? They took advantage of TikTok shops at the time, and it kind of propelled them into where they're at now. And yeah, there's nothing unique or simple like about their there's nothing unique or crazy about their product. It's just hoodies, and yeah, they have a high TAM, right? It's pretty simple. Anybody can wear it, whether that be me, my sister, my grandma, etc., right? Anybody can wear it, right? It's pretty much appeals to anybody. It's the design elements are pretty, simplistic and things of that nature, right? So the TAM is very large, right? So that's a big thing, right? And number two, it speaks to persona, right? So speaking to persona, right? Kind of like how I alluded to my last video, you have to speak to a specific audience, right? So the problem is, like, if you have such a big TAM that you're not speaking to a specific persona, it's kind of hard to distinguish yourself from the market. It's like I said, you can really only compete in stage 4 or 5 of market sophistication, right? So it's very important that we are very clear on who we're targeting, right? So that's that on that aspect. Number three, we need to have a wow factor, because at the end of the day, if you don't have a unique selling point, then it's going to be kind of hard, what I'm saying, in order to market or make strides or make, kind of noise in the market, right? So just off the top of my head, I know Comfort, they released, this travel mode or airplane mode travel zip up hoodie, right? And they had this unique mechanism with the built-in sleeping mask in the hoodie, right? They have all these pockets, right? It's very, very I'm not even gonna try to say the word, but very utility focused, right? And yeah, as you can see, it's unique. It had a lot of engagement on TikTok, right? Because people were like, "Dang, this kind of looks cool." You feel what I'm saying? So it creates a lot of unique, cool content ideas as well. And this is another brand that also does this, and this is Mertra. They do very good on organic social. As you can see, they do this glow in the dark, right? It makes the content very eye appealing and catchy, right? And they kind of do this in a lot of their content, right? They do a lot of material that is very unique and cool. As you can see here, this is very nice. Feel me? And then I believe here, this is another aspect, right? As you can see, just very cool concepts, right? When it gets wet, it shows like it's cool, little monogram print. As you can see, just making concepts and content primarily based off the materials that they use, which is their USP, unique selling point, right? So yeah, that's kind of that. And last is timing, right? So you can really have all of these, but at the end of the day, it really just comes to timing and execution. Like I said, like Comfort wouldn't be where it's at today without the aid of TikTok Shop. Although they have a great founder and a great team behind them, TikTok Shop definitely helped, in the propelling of their brand to where it's at today. You know what I'm saying? So timing is very crucial that you capitalize off of that, right? So once you really get all these points, right, and you throw it in the blender, right, then you get something that kind of looks like this, right, where you make, $119,000 in 14 days, right, just off of a new clothing brand, right, because you have a high TAM product, right, you're speaking to a specific persona, you have a wow factor, and you just hit it at the right time, right? So just off of this product alone, right? I made millions just off this product alone. You know what I mean? And as you can see, you know what I'm saying, this product alone just carried a lot of revenue for the brand. I forget which time period this is, but it looks like 30 days or something. But yeah, even this product right here, this another product line that we launched after this. You know what I'm saying? We drove a lot of revenue, hundreds of thousands of revenue off that, right? And as you can see, it was just off this product, right? But that being said, there's a big misconception, right? My camera had died, so I had to recharge it. But back where we were talking about, product and distribution go hand in hand, right? I meant to say comfort hit the nail on the head in between this, right? Because they had the right timing, right? They had TikTok Shop, right? And they just had a high tan product. You know, they spoke to a specific persona, had the wow factor and timing, right? So that's essentially what they hit, right? And then essentially, you know, once they had the right product, it was just distribution, right? And like I said, TikTok Shop is really where they hit it core. But it's very key that we execute, you know what I'm saying, everything in order, right? So product for itself, starting with product, right? In terms of execution, you need to, you know, either design yourself or you can buy designs from, you know, other designers. So that could look like pre-made designs, right? So when you design it yourself, it's typically more creative, right? You can create pieces that you have a vision for, right? This is like if you're a more creative business clothing brand owner, right? If you're more the sort of creative aspect, like you think of a Virgil, you think of a Mike and Mary, think like that, you know, creative director, you know, founded and led brands, right? They're more creative inherently, right? But they usually like the business acumen side of things. But yeah, it's more creative. It's more niche. Like you can be more intentional with your niching down to products, right? It's free essentially. Like once you pay for the software, any designs you design now is essentially free, right? There's a skill gap though, right? Like there's a learning curve, and it's time consuming to design, candidly, right? So this is kind of like my scrapbook per se, right? With my designs, right? As you can see, design my own products right here. And yeah, this kind of like how I just kind of like doodle and things like that. Just throw stuff on here and create some cool designs or whatnot that I actually get manufactured. And then another aspect is just to buy pre-made designs, right? So the beauty about that is very, you know, no time effort, right? You can get better designs if you're not skilled in designing yourself, right? Because these are what people actually specialize in. But it costs a little bit of money, and you feel me, it's not as creative, right? Like I said, not as unique. You might see a lot of redundancy. But if you just search up like streetwear design or designs, right, you can get a lot of inspiration and see a lot of people selling, you know, designs, right? So like you can buy this design for sale, as you can see here. It typically just runs you about like $60 per design. You know what I mean? These are a lot of designers from third world countries, but yeah, you can get some nice, you know, starting points from here, as you can see here. Now, designing is like the easiest part of the process. You know, turning that idea into real life, that's really the hardest part of the process, right? Like, because anybody can throw up a mock-up, you know, and have all these hypotheticals, but actually transforming a product like this into reality, that's the hardest part, right? Because you got to get the right fabric, right? You have to get the right, you know, material. You have to get the right distressing, the right acid wash, the right prints. You know, there's so many things that can go wrong in the manufacturing process that makes it very difficult, right? So when you actually create, you know, a design, you send it to your manufacturer, right? It's common that you get fucked up samples. It's common that you have issues, you know, with the manufacturers, and it's common that your bulk, you know, comes out fucked up, you know. And there's ways that you can, you know, kind of mitigate those certain things, like having a clear tech back, having, you know, them show updates throughout the process and things of that nature. But really, these are kind of the inevitable things that you will run into from time to time. But once you really execute and have your product and you turn it to life, right? Now it's just all about distributing that product and getting eyeballs in front of that product, because people can't buy what they can't see, right? They can't buy what they don't know exists, right? And there's pretty much like two ways, you know, promoting it organically, right? Whether that's through your own Instagram platform or a TikTok platform, you know, accounts, or that's through, you know, influencers, or you can do paid, you know, either that's paid influencers or you can do paid advertising. You know what I mean? And primarily, new brands should focus on organic content, right? There's no reason why you should be focused on paid content, because paid is a luxury, right? And at the end of the day, right, ads only amplify what's already working, right? It's just putting fuel on a fire, right? So if you think of ads like this, right? Let me choose a different color. Like if you think of this as ads, right? The fuel, right? And this is your business, right? This is your business, right? If you don't have no business, you're not getting sales already, right? And then you're just pouring, all this money into ads onto something that's not already working, then you're just kind of burning money essentially, right? Versus if you already have, an organic presence, you're getting sales organically, you know what I mean? You have the ability and the proven, framework and process and offers and product, to actually, get sales organically. Then you can, funnel some of your money into paid advertising, and then it will kind of amplify your business model as a whole. But you still need to have an overall good business model. You still need to have a good product, a good offer, and yeah, good content overall. But if I was starting out specifically in 2026, I would, create high confidence, posts. So I'll go on Instagram. I'll scroll through my reels, you know what I mean? And I will essentially just copy and emulate like what's already working. You know what I'm saying? So like anything that has a lot of views, a lot of likes. This has 3K likes. It's not crazy viral, but that's something that works, just a little montage. Like I would try to copy things like these, you know what I mean? And then once I, have these high confidence, pieces of content, right? Then essentially I would just post at least one times a day minimum. This is like bare minimum, right? Really, you should be posting like 3 times a day, right? If you really want to see consistent and a lot amount of sales, especially leading up to the drop, right? You want to create a lot of attention, a lot of hype behind it. And ultimately, that's really the framework, right? It's rather simple, you know what I mean? You just create a good product, right? And then essentially you're just finding a way to distribute that product and market that product. And then, yeah, it's really all what it comes down to, and then you'll be able to like pull off numbers like this, like 119K in 14 days off your first drop, you know what I mean? And making millions of dollars off of just one singular product. But yeah, my name is Jar. That's kind of like the little thought process on how that exact design blew up my clothing brand. But yeah, if you guys want one-on-one help with me, want to work with me one-on-one, you can apply in the link in the description down below. But until then, I'll see y'all in the next video.